106 BC, to Helvia, she would give birth to a son, Marcus Tullius Cicero. The town of Arpinum, among the Volscian mountains, bound at the periphery of power. Rome and its mores, years that had preceded his birth, a capital city, tightly formed, densely packed, its minority of ruling elites. Cicero, before his introduction to the world, a new period had begun. Men that belonged to the empire becoming untethered with traditions of honor. Laws enacted to check the flawed character of men. The bribes, the once honest servants of Rome, were now in short supply. The blame that had been cast to the influence of the Hellenist. Cicero, blossoming, grafted into the contemporary impulses. As a teenager, his brilliance would shine through. The rites of passage, the white gown, drawn to the studies of wisdom where truth might be found, finding comfort in the lessons of philosophy, religion, poetry, and rhetoric. Cicero would go through the trials of education, the preparations that would be needed, eschewing the military route, driven to make well use of his gifts and talents. The law would be his ambition, on the steady course to become a nobleman, a benefactor, a vision of an active public life. Cicero would endeavor to serve Rome, the courts, the Senate, engaging in clever debate, the world of politics and the upper crust of the social order, the intellectual class. Roman times, political influence, protocols, where magistrates would become generals, having many from the farthest reaches scorn and scoff, a land with no serious enemies to threaten it. Rome lived by war and plunder, a vast collection of unscrupulous deeds, its arms all but filled with riches, the abundance of its rulership. Cicero, quaestor, as he would be dispatched to Sicily, eager to succeed. He would reject the fleecing that had become commonplace. He would progress to pleader, to Rome and the Forum. Brother Quintus and friend Atticus would be his comfort. Thrust into the political realities of Rome, its exclusionary ways, the jousting, the difficulties of prying open the relationships and inner circles. And yet he would find support in his rise to prominence, finding little trouble in acquainting and allying himself to men of power, those who would later ask for his counsel, as he was warmly thought of as good company. Coming into his own, the master of words, Cicero's weapon, elegant orations, debates carried the day as voters needed to be persuaded. Fine writing composition, as he would strive for perfection. He was masterful in the construction of volumes of epistles, where excellence was prided. Known for his many virtues, he was forgiving. His displays of temperance, loved and admired by young and old. Marcus Tullius Cicero, a patriot to Rome, wit and humor, maintaining relationships to the end. He would hand down a living presence to movements, everlasting touches, the Renaissance, the French Revolution, the Ciceronian model, a tribute to his life's work.